But yeah, Mike, like, what are some of your like key tips for like eating around the holidays? You know, let's go with the eating at the holidays first, and then let's look at like number one pitfall, and something I know you're good at is drinking around the. I mean, you have good information at. My bad.
So
Drinking around the holidays.
it varies so widely from person to person that, like, for clients, the advice is going to be different. But for one, Thanksgiving is a lot easier than it should be. Like, Thanksgiving doesn't have to be a 5-day binge just because you're around, like, family and people you haven't seen in a while and you're checked out, and most people have, like, at least a 4-day weekend off work. You don't, like, it doesn't have to be just overeating the entire time. So Thanksgiving should be a mandatory cheat day for anyone who's having a Thanksgiving meal. Even if you're on fat loss programs, like, enjoy yourself. I'm telling my clients, don't count macros. If you can, try to get it out in, just so that, like, surplus of calories will go towards something useful. But Thanksgiving Day itself, cheat day, have fun, don't worry about it, don't stress about it. And then let that be it. Like, don't eat 5,000 calories worth of leftovers on Friday, and then a gallon of ice cream on Saturday because you're not going to start your plan until Monday, and then whatever, like, you end up doing on Sunday. Don't let it be a binge weekend. Just enjoy Thanksgiving for what it is, like the times you get to spend with people you love, and then don't worry about food. Another holiday issue is, like, parties, obviously, right? So, like, the Friday, Saturday for like 3 or 4 weeks leading up to Christmas and New Year's, essentially, is just a lot of drinking, a lot of parties that involve nights out with food that, it's not high protein, low calorie. Like, can we say?
There we go. Yeah.
It's not going to fit anyone's macros in any way at all, and, like, you're kind of just screwed. So what should you do? I'm speaking to people whose goal is either fat loss or maintenance. Some sort of practice where you undereat during the day, so protein plus high fiber veggies to the extent that you can for breakfast, lunch, afternoon. So say it's like one big event, like a party, call it, okay?
Yeah.
It's impossible to go in there and navigate perfectly, and not impossible, but it's very, very unlikely and not very much fun.
Fun. There we go. Yeah.
And be like, oh, like, I can have maybe one drink if it's vodka soda with only a little bit of vodka, and no, I can't eat any of that food. It's not on my plan. Like, it's just stupid to do that unless you're competing or you have some absurd goal like that. People want to live reasonable lifestyles and go enjoy themselves. So, two strategies. One is day of, like, keep calories down, protein high, so when you go there, you have a, like, moderate to large excess of carbs and fat that can be spent on a variety of foods you like and drinks if you're a drinker, like me. So that's option A. You're probably going to end up a little high on calories for the day, and that's fine. Like, if you go a few hundred over, you don't need to be counting exactly. And then avoid the late night stuff. Like, have your little, what do they serve around Christmas? Like those little wiener dog things, and, like,
yeah, dude, that's high protein, man. High protein, low fat, no carbs. There's nothing wrong with those, man. That's what I've been selling.
That's like a 5-1 fat to protein ratio in those. Pig's feet, like, there is no protein.
I'm a 5-to-1 protein to fat ratio. I mean, fat to protein ratio.
That's not true, bro. You know that.
Below the pants. I mean, what?
You just showing off some delts here?
Oh, Mikey. Dang it, there's no light. See, this is the problem. Everyone watching this is what happens when you don't have any light. You don't look like you have any muscles.
It's
look
kind of like
how flat this is.
When your buddy has a pump and you, like, take a picture together and he gets the angle and it looks bigger and you're just pissed and you're like, don't put this on any social media. Like, I look like such a little dwarf next to you. I promise.
That's what all my friends say.
All the time. Sometimes it's not the lighting.
Yeah.
And then there's, like, the feast fast John Romanello method where eat during the day, like, have your fun, do whatever, eat 8,000 calories, but then follow it with no food the entire next day.
Yeah,
which
well, what he recommends like 36 hours or something, like
yeah.
water and.
So like there's like an optional small protein dinner the following night. Otherwise, like feast on Saturday, next meal isn't until breakfast on Monday,
Mm,
which is like it works well for some people, and for a lot of people who are um, more moderation types, not so all in one way or the other. It doesn't work amazing for, especially if you've never done a fast like that before.
yeah, but I can definitely see where it's like totally useful. That, like you said, if you go in when you're going in, totally like, and I think kind of mentally reset you too.
I find that kind of hard to do during the holidays, though, especially when you have a lot of family over. A lot of people want to catch Sunday brunch, right?
Yeah,
That
and
would be like the event that would throw a kink into everything.
absolutely, absolutely, which kind of lends itself to a more moderate approach. So you're not, no, I'm just having coffee and water with no cream in the coffee either because that'll spike my insulin.
Oh, jeez, one of these people.
Yeah, and then like your uncle hates you. He's like, why do you do this fitness stuff? And it's awkward. Other holiday, like just because you're going to be eating foods that you don't often eat doesn't mean that you should make it an eat past comfort binge, which is something I used to do a lot. Like I was trying to lose fat all the time in huge deficits every season of the year, not just Christmas, Thanksgiving time. And so I would binge, and then once I started binging, it'd be like, well, I already had 6 cookies, so I may as well eat 40 cookies because, like, what the fuck's the difference at this point?
Yeah, there is no difference. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
That may as well attitude.
But like, actually slowing down for a second and just thinking, okay, is this next cookie actually adding me value? Like, does my stomach kind of hurt because I'm so full because I've been eating all day? Maybe I should just go have a glass of water, like go for a walk, go throw the football around, go play with my little cousin, like go do something other than eat dessert for the next 2 hours of my life. So just practicing some common sense in how your body feels and not eating past the point of severe discomfort.
I have an idea that will help you balance that. Be poor, and then that way you're like, I can't afford it. I have to stretch out this food for the rest of the week.
Just don't.
Or instead of be poor, why don't you give your excess food to the hungry? There you go.
Absolutely.
Help. Be helpful. It's
a great time of year to do good things like that. For real.
Yeah, of course. It would be great. And like, I think that was a great way to put it, man. I don't think, and I know I get there sometimes, like especially post show, where I don't think a lick about like how I feel. I'm just like, hell yeah, it's time to eat. And, go in. But actually making it a process of thinking about what you're doing, and it's just way too easy to be mindless, to reach and reach and reach and reach and reach and just keep feeding and not paying attention. And then 4 hours later, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel awful. Yeah. Why did I not stop? It's because you weren't thinking. If you had thought, you would have realized that the 200 grams of fat you just ate is not going to make you feel very good.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So, I liked how you put that, though, man. And yeah, hopefully.
It's such a lame trick, and I just find anecdotally that being super hydrated allows me to make better decisions.